I grossed over $17,000 in January reselling stuff on eBay alone. I don't sell on Poshmark or anywhere else, just eBay. And I work by myself. I have no assistants. I have no helpers. I work alone. These are going to be the top 10 sales that I thrifted in the month of January. I'm also going to sprinkle in a couple of my favorite retail arbitrage items from the month. I will not include any item that I got from a bulk buy. These are just thrifted items that I found in the wild. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Brad. People call me Surfs. I've been reselling on eBay since 2001, so a long time ago in high school I started to resell. I went to college, I became a teacher, and I sold on eBay as a side hustle all the way through. In 2016, I transferred over to clothing because it was the most abundant thing out there to sell, and I quit my job about a year and a half ago to sell full time. Also, you already know I'm going to ask you to give a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel and support it in the algos. We're going to start off with the 10th best item I sold in January. We're going to go all the way down to the best item I sold. And at the end, I'll sprinkle in those 2 retail arbitrage items, which are really important. Number 10 on the list is a $60 sale. I paid $10 for this LL Bean nylon 3-in-1 jacket. So this jacket is 3 jackets in one, just like it says. So you can take out the inner layer like that, the fleece. You can wear just the outer layer for a rain jacket. But when you put them all together, they make a 3-in-1 jacket. But a lot of people pass over LL Bean. But again, the bigger, the better. This is a women's 3X, which is great. It was in great condition. $10 into $60, not too shabby for the 10th best sale of January. My 9th best sale of January was a pair of diesel jeans. Now, diesel jeans have been selling for me ever since I started reselling clothing in 2016. And I remember wearing diesel back in like 05, 06, actually. They were like $300 a pair back then. They actually did not have names on them back then. But today, now they do, and back in 2016, they did as well. So as long as they have a name on those jeans, I will pick them up. So Zaf, Safido, there's all sorts of different ones. These are kind of the in-trend style right now with the wide flare leg. So I picked these guys up. $7.99 was my buy cost. As you can see, I sold them for $70, so $8 into $70. Again, diesel's a pickup for me. I think these also sold well because they're really a good size at a 34. Again, the longer the length in jeans, the better. Or pants or chinos. If you have some jeans or chinos hemmed up to a 27 or 28, you're in trouble because you can't get that back. But when they're a 34 length or 36 length, they'll fit tall people, and then people can hem them down to as short as they want. So size is helpful in this. So the LL Bean size is important. These diesel jeans, the size is important there too. My 8th best sale of the month, I'm not going to even pronounce these, but these Pure Blue Japan, whatever the name, these are pants. Now the jeans sell for around $200 or $300 brand new on eBay. These sold for, let's see, these sold for $70. So you can see here I have a marked out $100 sale. I took a best offer of $70 on these. I wrote it down because I want to let you know the exact price. But I found these on a thrifting trip to Chicago. And people always tell me in my lives, by the way, I go live all the time on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. So if you don't follow me over there, come on over. I'll answer your questions in real time. But people always say, you know, in Chicago, we don't have retail prices that are that great compared to Indy or Florida, same thing. Listen, I put out videos on YouTube on purpose of me going to different places, Kentucky, Ohio, Chicago, Florida, of me finding things and reselling it. I don't care where you are. You can find brands to resell online. So you're just going to have to find these obscure brands like this that no one's going to know about, the people in the back won't know about. It's not a Versace. It's not some really good denim pair of jeans. But I looked these up. They were really good quality. Looked them up right in the store on the eBay machine. And I sold them, bought them for $8, sold them for $70. So that was a good sale right there for me. Again, always use your phone, look up sold comps, and look up sell-through rate. When I pulled this brand up, there were a ton of jeans. There were no chinos like these. So I did not find any chinos like these, or I guess they're tan jeans. All the jeans were salvaged. So I did not find any tan. So these were kind of like I had to make up a number type of deal, which was fine. I only paid $8. Again, look at the size. 34 by 34. The length's huge. Usually you'll find that with new jeans and new pants. You'll see that the length is always longer for that reason. It'll fit the tall all the way down, hem to as short as you want. So the 7th best sale of January was this blazer. And you guys know me well enough by now. If you don't, welcome in. I'm going to tell you right now, I loathe listing blazers and suits. I love them. I know them very well. I know the brands. I know the materials. But the sizes, like you have to take all these pictures. You have to take the length of the arm, the pit to pit, all these different pictures, put them in. And someone has to like the style, the color, the blend, the brand, and the size has to be perfect in the arms, the shoulders. There's a lot of factors that go into selling these. So when they do hit, they hit well. This guy I bought for $8. All blazers are $7.99 for me. And as you can see, this is a herringbone, which is this pattern right here. So it's a herringbone silk linen wool blend. This guy sold for $75. I took a best offer from $100. So that might have been an auto posture sale. I don't think it was. I think I took a best offer for sure. $75 on that. So that was my big blazer. I do want to let you guys know I had some really big sales that were from a buyout, double RL, and some shoes from a local buyout guy. But I did not include those because these are things that I found thrifting. I think that's important for you guys because we don't all have connections in different ways, which are important. You need to make connections around your town, talk to people thrifting. You never know, word of mouth gets out there. You could get some connections. But these are all thrifted items. These sold obviously for $80. These are Veja. I've never found a pair. My good friend Ethan Banks, he sells shoes. He's a full-time shoe reseller, just pre-owned shoes for the most part. And he's always told me these are a really good brand to be on the lookout for. I've gone to Nordstrom's, I've seen them, but I've never seen them out in the wild. Bought these for, what did the bottom say? I think they still are on there. Let's see. Yeah, 7Y, so 7 yellow. They were $7, sold them for $80. I think these would have brought more money if they were a bigger size. So a size 6 in women's is not the best, but I did get the sale. And also, I now have these shoe trees, which are money. These things have helped my shoe sales. I can tell you for a fact because I had a pair of Kizik's, whatever they are. Kizik's, the ones you just slide your feet in. I had a pair listed for $54.99 for forever. My friend Ethan said, you need to put your shoe trees in those and they will sell. I'm telling you. I said, all right. So he sent me a pair, put them in there, in like a month they sold. I took new pictures, relisted them, and they sold in a month. So shoe trees are important. They fill out that toe area. They make it look really nice, professional. As you can see, my background's wood. If you're new here, I use my floor in my kitchen lights. I don't have anything fancy. I've been doing the same photo process since 2016. Super efficient for me. So that's what I do. This just goes to show you, you don't have to have a light box. You don't have to have anything special. I literally use my kitchen floor and the lighting. By the way, I always clean my floor before I take pictures. Here's a pair of South Pole jeans. This is my 5th best sale of the month. These were actually one-offs. So I could not find any white pair South Pole jeans online. South Pole jeans are super hot right now. They're in trend. Again, if you find something like this, you want to sell them right away. On trend items, you want to sell right away because you never know. Drop of a hat, the Kardashians or whoever could be like, I don't wear that stuff anymore. And then it just goes to the wayside. So South Pole's in right now. You can see I had 47 bids on these. I started them at 99 cents and they sold for $90. Why did I do that? Because I know South Pole jeans sell well. A lot of people have notifications on if they pop up on the internet. And as soon as I listed these, I had hits on them. And I just knew that they were one-off being white. I'd get a lot of sale or a lot of bids on them, and I did. So 99 cents is what I listed them for. They sold for $90. I paid $8 for those. So all my jeans are $8 where I live. I brought this sale up. This isn't my best ROI because each one of these shirts were $5. So $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30 worth of shirts here is what I paid. So my buy cost is $30 on these shirts, and they sold for $100. But normally I do not pick up Brooks Brothers shirts. This is a Brooks Brothers. It's a bigger size. Let me show you. So this is a size 19 by 35. And a 19 is about a 3 to 4 XL. That's why I picked it up. Usually the Brooks Brothers I only pick up are if they have a little logo right here on the chest. And I do a quick surfsup finds flip on those. But I did pick these up. I lotted them together. As you can see, I only took a picture of one shirt with the measurements. And then I just put the rest together. So put the rest together, one on top of the other. And I sold them like that as a lot. So 30 into 100, not the best ROI. But I thought it was important to show you another way to sell items by lotting things up. So these were all the same size, all the same brand, and they all had the dry clean tag on them. So I listed them as dry cleaned, as you can see. The next item was, I actually purchased this live when I was going live thrifting, which I love doing. I love everyone live thrifting with me. We get hundreds of people in there. It's really fun. But this is an LL Bean Gore-Tex jacket. I was really surprised how much the comps were on this thing. I thought they'd be around $30, $40, even new, but they were way more. This thing sold for full asking price within like a week at $100. I think it's because it's this Gore-Tex. So obviously it sounds like I don't know what Gore-Tex is. Gore-Tex has actually been around since I think the late 80s or early 90s. But if you can find Gore-Tex in any type of material, North Face has it, really good brands have it, it is a material. You want to look at it, double look at it, and look it up. So this LL Bean, obviously it was new with tags. This was a lighter weight jacket. It cost me $5.99, turned it into $100. So for that much, I thought I was surprised. So for $5.99, it was a no-brainer to pick it up. I thought I'd sell it for $30 to $40. I didn't even look up comps in the store. Got home, listed it, $100. So that was a great one. That was number 3. Coming in at number 2, drum roll, we have these Jordans. And I am so surprised I found these for 2 reasons. Number 1, our Goodwills have put all their nice or halfway nice shoes on shopgoodwill.com. If not, they put them to the bins. These things were absolutely destroyed. Now you can't really see a picture. Let me see if I can zoom in right here to the front. See how they have a little bit of the wear right here? There was another picture where it honestly looked like it had a blood stain. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So it looked like a blood stain. I cleaned these things down. I cleaned them hard, cleaned them down hard. You can see I paid $9 for them. Actually, leave the little number on there. They don't know what that is. 9. I even cleaned the bottoms of these really well. Long story short, I paid $9 for them. They were in awful condition. They were authentic. I've held plenty of shoes, plenty of Jordans to know well enough if they're authentic or not. They were. I took a best offer of $130 on these, so I was asking $150. They sold for $130. They went through the authentication guarantee process, so I sent them via UPS to eBay. They authenticated them and sent them to the buyer. So for $9 for these really, really beat up Jordans, to flip them into $130 is a big score for me. Think if they were in better condition, that'd be crazy. And a better size. Size 13 is not the best to resell. If they were a 10 or 11, that would have been great. So let me show you my favorite sale of the month of January. Again, I did $17,000 worth of sales, and that's gross. So that's not my net. That's how much I grossed. But this goes to show you my best sale, which was this Purple Label cardigan. I sold it for $130. This is my best. So my average selling price in January was $54. So $17,000 and I 54. I think I sold, I don't know how many, but my average sales price was $54. So that goes to show you how many items I sold in January. It's quite a few, but you can see here, Purple Label, made in Peru. Wow, usually these are made in Italy, but yeah, this one's made in Peru, maybe because it's Peruvian cotton. And yeah, so I just put all the sizes, everything. It was just cotton and really great. I was really surprised I found this Purple Label. Again, it doesn't look like anything. You see the green label, Ralph Lauren, that stuff's not great. The black label, certain black label aren't great. There's some that are good. And then just regular Ralph Lauren. And then, of course, there's Double RL and Polo Rugby and all the other stuff. But this is a sneaker out there. So don't sleep on Purple Label Ralph Lauren. This guy sold for $130, and it sold quick. I actually sold it when I was in Florida with Kway and Ethan. It was exciting to get wake up to $130 offer on something. I just took it. It was $20 less. I'm not going to fight with that. I paid $5 for it, so I took it. So let's talk about retail arbitrage. Let's talk about this one first. So I've spent a lot of money, actually in January, I spent a ton of money at a couple places doing retail arbitrage. You can see this particular size I had 3 of, and I'm out of stock. I bought this Mountain Hardwear jacket, a whole bunch of them for $25 a piece. They're down, and I flipped them into 70 each. Now, I could have sold them for 100 or more, but if you follow me, I'd like a quick flip. I paid 25. I'm selling it for 70. That's a really good ROI, and I have multiple of them. The last thing I want to do, honestly, is hold these until next winter. So I bought it at the end of the season sale. I've sold all 3 of these. I have other sizes. I think I've sold most of them by now, but these were a really good pickup. Again, 25 into 70 is not the best ROI, but for a retail arbitrage, it's pretty good if you do retail arbitrage, and especially when you can buy multiple, because then you can just put in multiple listings of that one, take one photo, and put in 3 or 10 or however many you have. This next one is hopefully a new brand to you. That's why I picked this one out. I had North Face and some other stuff. But look at the MSRP on this, $275. This is I don't even know how to pronounce it, Ania jacket. But I've sold these in swim trunks before for men's. This has like that pile Sherpa look, really fuzzy with the corduroy pockets, really, really heavy piece. I bought this at the end of summer. I waited a couple weeks. They kept marking it down at Marshall's, marking it down, and it took a best offer of $100 on this. So I had this listed probably since November, and I took a best offer of $100 on it. So this one was a little bit more. This one was a little bit more. Obviously, these were more, but I wanted to throw in sprinkle in a few retail arbitrage. So I wanted to sprinkle in this one because I wanted to point out that to buy in quantity is really good, because you just list it once. You can list a whole bunch of quantity. It's a lot less time consuming for you and your business. Time is money. And also that I want to sell my winter stuff right now. And then this jacket, if you haven't heard of the brand Ania, hopefully you now know the brand. I know they've been selling it at Marshall's and TJ Maxx on their clearance sales. So look for the yellow tag clearance sales. This is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. So those were my 10 best sales of January, including a couple sprinkled in retail arbitrage items. Again, if you like this type of content, let me know in the comments. I'll bring it to you. I could do weekly, I could do monthly, I can do whatever, but I'll at least do monthly for you guys. And also give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this content. I'll see you in the next one.